Alright, hey guys, remember CCG back in the video. This remember you guys an Unchained deck profile. So this is post Duelist Nexus. Let's get started. I run one copy of the Abominable Unchained Soul, one copy of Unchained Soul of Disaster. These are just one-ups because Soul of Disaster is great in case you need something to link. You can just use this to link something away. And then here we have one copy of Unchained Soul Abominable. This card is also pretty good if you're able to bring it out. If it's special summon, discard a card, pop a card in the field. Decent, it's decent, but you only really need one copy for that. 3 copies of the new Sharvara. Sharvara just provides a lot of new value for the deck here. Being able to target a fiend monster or set card you control, destroy it, is nice because there's a lot of combos where you can just pop your trap card to get this card out. It's similar in the sense to Aruha with this effect, just being able to special summon itself out, and then if it's into grave, setting an Unchained spell or trap directly from your deck is also pretty good, since usually you're going to want to be able to pop these cards in order to activate their effects. Then we have one copy of the Unchained Soul Shiyama. You can target one card you control, destroy it, and then pop a spell or trap on the field. So same sense as the other Unchained Soul monster here, just being able to pop a card you control is nice, and then popping a spell or trap, that can mean that you have a double, you can extend in 2 ways, from the Unchained monster's effect that activates when you destroy it, and from the trap that activates when you destroy it. And then during the grind game, you're actually able to bring this card out from your grave by popping a card you control. And of course, this is relevant if you're doing it in a combo. You guys are gonna be able to see this in an actual combo where you can bring this card back out. And then we have 3 copies of Aruha. It's able to bring itself out really easily. And if this card is on the field, it's destroyed by a card effect, you can switch summon one Unchained monster from your hand or deck. So you see that amongst these monsters. So we're just going to want to pop the other Unchained monsters in order to get their effects and special summon out other Unchained monsters. And then Sarama here is nice because you're actually able to target an Unchained card in your grave and set it. So by using something like Unchained Soul Shirara, setting an Unchained spell or trap, then popping it, and then you start getting out Sarama here in order to get that card back after using effect. It's just a lot of value you can get out of it. 2 Rakea. This one's pretty good because it's actually a quick effect where you can target a card you control and destroy it. And of course, it has the built-in Unchained monster effect here. Then I run 2 copies of Fiendish Rhino Warrior and 3 copies of Tour Guide from the Underworld. I think it's just great generic Fiend support. I know some people have mixed feelings about the tour guide, but I think just from the 1 card combo you can do with this card, it kind of justifies having it here. You guys can, before you make your judgment, I'd say look at the combo video that's going to come out with this video. Tell me what you guys think, but I definitely like running tour guide here. 3 copies of Ash Blossom just as my generic hand trap. 2 copies of the triple tactic talents, just if my opponent tries to play, I have a way to stop that. Or not stop that, but actually, deal with it, get some advantage out of it. 3 copies of Abomination's Prison. This card's a searcher for the deck, and then if you are forced to have this card and you just want something to pop, then being able to set this card and then destroy it with Sharvara or with Aruha is pretty solid. Activate, extend from there because you're able to special summon an Unchained monster from your deck. 3 Dark Ruler No More in case you want to go second. You can deal with that. 3 Pot of Prosperity, so you can search whatever you need out. 3 copies of Imperm. These are just whatever hand traps you choose to put in here. You have a lot of free space like outside of Engine, and it's definitely up to you what you want to include, so that's always really good to see. 3 copies of Escape of the Unchained, and then 3 copies of Abominable Chamber of the Unchained. The main thing you're going to be doing with these cards is just being able to pop it and extend from it, and then afterwards being able to use a card like Sarama in order to set it back onto the board. Alright guys, before I go to the extra deck, if you guys are enjoying the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We're so close to 1,000 subs, so I'd really appreciate if you guys subbed if you're enjoying the content. And stay tuned because there are combos coming really soon. And yeah, let's get started here. So I run Zeus because of course you have some Exceeds. Then we have the Visor King Deus Machinex. So we can actually get this card out pretty easily through Caesar or through our Darius here. Darius, we have quite a few level 3s that we can actually use to exceed into Darius, then go into the Deus. So Deus Machinex here during your opponent's, if your opponent tries to activate a monster effect, you're going to be able to take that card, and that's going to be annoying for your opponent. And of course, since you're ranking on top of one of these, then you can actually do this twice. So it's going to be quite difficult for your opponent to deal with that. And then you can actually just keep Wave Hiking Caesar out if you want to as well, since when a spell trap or monster effect is activated that includes an effect that special summons a monster, you can attach 1 material from this card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. So it's a negate for any, as long as it includes any text about special summoning a monster, so it gives you quite a bit of room there. Then we have 2 copies of the Unchained Abomination. This is just something that you want to link up to, and then eventually if you want to pop with the trap, that's great because you can actually get value out of this card. when it's actually sent to the grave. And then we have 2 copies of the Unchained Soul of Anguish. So if you want to end off with the Unchained Soul of Rage, being able to link using your opponent's monster, go into Unchained Soul of Anguish, and then from there you can actually link once again, and then go into your Abomination. So you can see just continuing to do your link climb here is really solid. Then we have Nightmare Unicorn. In case you want a different form of interaction, you can use Unchained Soul of Rage here, take your opponent's monster, decide to go for another Fiend or another Dark Link monster, and a great one for that is Nightmare Unicorn. Go into Unicorn, discard, shuffle, put something back. It's going to be annoying for your opponent. You won't necessarily want to go into it all the time, but in case you need to, it's great to know that you have the option here. Then we have 2 copies of Unchained Soul King Yama. So this is the new Link 2 monster. This card, when it's special summoned, it lets you add an Unchained monster from your deck or grave to your hand. So the nice thing about this is that it's deck or grave. So if your opponent, it's going to be a little difficult for your opponent to just draw this. If you need to, just go for your grave, start recycling from that. And if a card you control is destroyed by battle or card effect while this card is in your grave, you can banish this card and then summon 1 Fiend monster from your hand or grave. So of course, you're going to be popping your monsters all the time. So being able to use this as an extender is really nice. And then we have 3 copies of Unchained Soul of Rage. You just always want to get this card out during your opponent's turn. Just being able to link climb, use their monsters, it's going to be annoying and difficult for them to deal with. And then we have 1 copy of the Muckracker from the Underworld. This card can actually protect your Fiend monsters here, since if a monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you contribute 1 Fiend monster instead. And then you can target 1 Fiend monster in your grave, discard a card, and if you do special, summon that card out. So of course this could be used to extend a little bit as well. But let me know what you guys think about the deck profile. Again, stay tuned for the combos. This deck is quite amazing what it's able to do. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.